That's the mistake of the people at the time. When Jesus would heal the sick, people were counting on him, Jesus, to heal them of all the ailments. But that's only secondary to Jesus. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, right? But Lazarus died again. Actually, Lazarus became a bishop, you know that. He actually became a bishop before he was martyred. He ended up being martyred, just the same. But the mistake that the people had was they were counting on Jesus for food, multiplication of the bread and the fish, and healing of the sick. But Jesus was more concerned about spiritual, about their souls, in other words. Jesus was actually more concerned about the souls. And that's here. Jesus is saying, I need to go to other towns as well. That's why I've been sent here. And the three things here, three ways Jesus heals us spiritually. He raises us up. So Jesus would not simply cure you of all ailments. He would also look after your soul. He raises us up. He helps us to our feet. You know, we're very good at pleading with Jesus. Jesus, cure me. You know how many thousand requests I get every week. Pray for me, pray for that, pray for this, pray for that. About 75% about healing. But whenever I pray, when you ask me to pray for you, when it comes to healing, I always end it by saying, if it be your will. If it be your will. If it be God's will. Because I cannot just pray for your healing if that's not God's will. Because if God's will is for you to be sick and suffer, as we had talked about earlier, then so be it. You know what I mean? If it be His will. If it be your will, please give the person the healing. Make the person whole again. These are the three ways Jesus heals us spiritually. He raises us up, He helps us to our feet, and of course He cures. It is wrong to pray, heal me, so I can enjoy life again. Ask for the gift of healing so you can continue to know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him. That's what the Catechism says. Thursday. Luke 5, Jesus the great navigator. If you need to drink, you're welcome. teacher. He was a leader. He was a motivator. Jesus teaches us. Jesus leads us. Remember, He's the good shepherd. And Jesus is the motivator. How does Jesus motivate you and me? On the price, heaven. And I will raise you up on the last day. I will raise you up on the last day. Where is it? Oh. Friday. Becoming the new you. This is harder to erase.
The red. Red.
It's the other one is easier to erase.
You mean, is it just the red one or that?
This type. I like this, the original. Anyway, where are we? Friday. Becoming the new you. This was the case where the scribes and the Pharisees, they were saying to Jesus, this is where Jesus was in a party. You know, there was a DJ and there was a party, and you know where the party was being held? In the house of Matthew. You know you know what the other name of Matthew was? Levi. Levi was his name. That's why IRS levies taxes. That's where it came from. IRS levies taxes because he was a tax collector. And they were having a party, and Matthew's friends were there too. You know, the friends of the tax collectors. That's why the Pharisees and the scribes, he's dining, he's eating with the tax collectors. And how come you're not fasting? Our own, we fast. You're not fasting. But Jesus told them there's time for fasting and there's time for feasting. That happened to be the time for feasting. It was a party. When you are in a party, do you think about dieting?
No.
Probably not. You just keep eating. You just get engaged with that. Now, becoming the new you involves, again, three things. Judging by the wrong standards. You and I are guilty of this. We sometimes do rash judgment, don't we? Sometimes, there's an old saying, remember in high school, do not judge a book by its cover. Right? Sometimes we look at a person, that person looks silly. That person looks, I think he's crazy. I think he's this and that. Without even knowing the person. That's judging by the wrong standards. The Pharisees and the scribes, they didn't ask a question to Jesus. They actually accused him. They actually accused him of not adhering to the laws of the Jews. What they lodged is not a question. It was an accusation, a direct accusation in his face. It's judging with the wrong standard. Have you heard people, you made a mistake, like today coming here, because I had to go to Walgreens, and I didn't realize there was a big arrow but I entered, this is the arrow going this way, and I went this way. And I was not looking because I didn't want to see ugly, no, not ugly, faces that are really mad at me. But when you probably see people, when they witness something like that, what's the reaction? They call the person, "What are you, an idiot?" Sounds familiar? You hear that word? They call anybody just like that an idiot. What are you, a moron? What are you, a monkey? Whatever term. But that's how people are. That's judging by the wrong standard. The panhandlers, how do we judge them? I have more stories, but some other time. There it is. There's a season. The church teaches us this. Yeah, but it's not Advent. Yeah, but it's not Lent. There's a season for everything. Leave behind the old self. So you become a new you. Saturday. 3 arms. This is where, on a Sabbath, I can't believe it's a Sabbath. Have you been to Passaic?
Yes.
Passaic Park, that place? There are many Jews there. Go there on a Friday sundown or Saturday early morning. You'll see men in black. A lot of men in black with black hats, black shoes, black everything. I think maybe inside is also black. And they'll be walking. They're not allowed to drive on a Sabbath. They cannot drive on a Sabbath because it's work. They cannot turn on the switch on a Sabbath because it's work. Did I tell you a Jewish family's house got burned? Because somebody turned on the stove. Somebody turned on the stove and did not bother, and nobody could switch it off. Nobody could switch it off because it was work, it was Sabbath. The house got burned.